Oh, I didn't see you there. I was thinking about how great it was that I don't currently have a co-host. Memories. At last they've come back. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. We're going to take you to this week's match, because I know you're dying for that.
Chuck Diamond here along with JL, bringing you another edition of Sudden Impact. We have a one-on-one match here. Two old rivals renewing a rivalry. In fact, we have Apocalypse to go one-on-one with Matt Harmon.
Matt Harmon's going to destroy him. You know that as well as I do, Chuck. He's obviously the better combatant here.
Well, these two have waged quite a few battles here in the past on Sudden Impact. And right now, Matt Harmon, the current Sudden Impact Television Champion.
And what a champion he is. He is going to lay waste to the Apocalypse. And obviously, this is a title match, Chuck. A title match. I'm looking forward to this.
Yes, indeed. Referee holding that Sudden Impact Television title up for the fans to see, to let them know that is the prize that is on the line here. As right now, both men circling one another. They're feeling one another out here. They're sizing one another up, although I wouldn't think there need to be much of that with these two. They know each other quite well, JL.
It's like the back of their hand, Chuck. These two are going to polarize each other into dust. And obviously, they're trying to get into the head of Matt Harmon. And that will work well in Matt Harmon's offense, because when he gets powered up, when he gets angry. Just look at him go, Chuck.
Yes, indeed. Matt Harmon getting off to an early start here. Both these guys, they had quite a war on this program here in Bartonville. In fact, that no disqualification match, I believe.
Matt Harmon is a beast. He always has been and he always will be. He'd make a fine Empire member, Chuck.
JL, you've been courting that man for quite some time as Matt Harmon goes to work.
It's because he won't give me a yes or no.
Well, Matt Harmon, he doesn't have much to say, JL.
He never talks much, but I tell you what, I'd be perfect. Right there to hand him a cane, to beat somebody over the head and cheat. I mean, get the advantage.
JL, you had it right the first time.
What do you mean? Join me? Yeah, he should join me.
I'm talking about cheating, JL.
How dare you, Chuck?
As right now, Irish whip to the corner. Apocalypse in trouble here. And a clothesline to the corner. Takes Apocalypse down. Matt Harmon in control.
We're about to see a total domination by Matt Harmon. Let me tell you right now. He is the apex predator. Look at him. Top of the line. Alpha dog. Big guy. He is the end-all be-all. And he is obviously the best Midwest Impact Pro Sudden Impact Television Champion, Chuck.
Well, Matt Harmon, he is setting up the Apocalypse for a suplex, a high vertical suplex. Look at the power right there of Matt Harmon, and he takes him over. And now Matt Harmon goes for that cover. He hooks the leg and only gets a 2 count.
A beautiful suplex, Chuck, by a man that is all power, all nerve, all destruction. Look at him. Look at him.
Yeah, I'm very shocked you don't have a foam finger made for him.
I do, but he won't let me wear it.
Well, nonetheless, right now, Matt Harmon still continuing to dominate the Apocalypse. Both these men know each other very well, but you don't see the Apocalypse get dominated like this ever, JL.
Well, I think what you're seeing here, Chuck, is Matt Harmon is really putting his homework on this match. He knows that his title is on the line. He's actually been a pretty good Midwest Impact Pro Television, Sudden Impact Television Champion. And I think what you're going to see is he is not going to want to relinquish that, Chuck. He is going to dominate. He is going to be the superior combatant.
Well, the Apocalypse ducked that clothesline, but Matt Harmon still caught him with a kick. And now Irish whip, no reversal. And clothesline, and down goes Matt Harmon. I believe that's the first burst of offense that the Apocalypse has had in this matchup. Matt Harmon proved the competitor he really is a couple weeks ago with that impressive victory over Xander Kelly, but he needs to prove it here against the Apocalypse, and a boot right to the stomach takes Matt Harmon down.
You know, I don't care how tough you are. A boot to the stomach like that always hurts, Chuck.
Yes, indeed, but Matt Harmon fighting back with those uppercuts to the Apocalypse, and the Apocalypse goes right back down.
I'm telling you, pain is the drug of choice for Matt Harmon. He's gonna rise to the top and come crushing down with blow after blow. Just mark my word, Chuck.
And Matt Harmon now, a helo inside of the ring to the Apocalypse. He goes and now he hooks that inside leg and only gets a 2 count. Or no, a 1 count it looked like.
You know, it's a little premature, I think, for him to make the cover. I think he needs to kind of take him down a little bit. Surprisingly enough, Apocalypse actually has quite a bit of stamina, Chuck. You know, he's got it, and he's a fan favorite, and the fans get behind him. Much to my disgust, I might add. But sometimes that really does help build up a guy's stamina.
Well, the Apocalypse coming back there with a jawbreaker on Matt Harmon. The Apocalypse, the very first Sudden Impact Television champion, and he's looking to regain that title here against Matt Harmon.
Yeah, that was a foolish move on Apocalypse. I mean, what was he thinking? Harmon is still fairly fresh, fairly in charge. He might have taken a little bit of damage, but it's far too early to take a pin like that, Chuck.
Knife edge chop by the Apocalypse on Matt Harmon. The Apocalypse, it looks like he's getting his second wind here. And now he is setting him up for yet another knife edge chop, perhaps. Let's see what he has. Oh no, an overhead chop, JL.
I'm going to tell you, the crowd cheering for him is really helping him. I don't know anything about that, Chuck, because I've never been cheered for some reason. Although I should be.
Well, that's because nobody likes you, JL.
Hey, what the hell's that supposed to mean, Chuck?
It means what it means, JR.
It's JL!
As right now, the Apocalypse still continues to go to work on Matt Harmon. Matt Harmon fighting back, however.
I knew he'd turn this around, Chuck. Despite what you said, I knew he'd turn it around.
Matt Harmon with some of those...
I see you over there waving your banner for Apocalypse and whatnot. I see you picking favorites over here. Me, I'm impartial. I think Harmon's great.
Well, I think you've been hitting that moonshine from San Antonio again, JL.
Of course I did. I brewed it myself.
As right now, Matt Harmon going back to work on the Apocalypse.
What's that have to do with this match? I don't understand you, Chuck.
Matt Harmon with a clubbing blow to the back. Yeah, I'm going to ignore that comment you just made, JL, as right now Matt Harmon going to work on the leg of the Apocalypse. He worked on that leg a little bit earlier during the match, JL.
What's with the circus outside the ring here, Chuck? Why does Apocalypse bring his own clowns in?
Well, JL, that's something you're going to have to ask the Apocalypse.
I'd rather not. His clowns are scary.
I figured you'd say something like that, as right now the Apocalypse in trouble, but his posse outside the ring, his entourage, trying to get the fans rallied behind the Apocalypse, but Apocalypse is in some trouble here.
I don't think he's going to make a comeback here, Chuck. I think it's too late for him. Harmon has obviously got this taken care of.
Matt Harmon, a very capable competitor, very powerful, perhaps the most powerful competitor in Midwest Impact Pro, and now he's laying in those kicks right to the ribs of the Apocalypse. Is he going for that patented scissors kick? No, he missed! He missed the scissors kick! And now the Apocalypse is sizing his man up, and but Matt Harmon, I think Apocalypse might have been taking too much time. Matt Harmon making a comeback, and now he hits the scissors kick.
It's all over with, Chuck. It's all over with. A minor miscalculation the first time, and it's all over with now.
Whoa! Wait just 1 second! The Apocalypse kicked down the scissors kick, JL!
I was obviously a 3. That's a slow count on the part of the referee.
That was a perfectly normal count, JL. I believe the Apocalypse is the first man to kick out of that move.
You might be right. But I'll tell you what, it's not making Harmon happy. Look at him go.
That move usually spells the end for any opponent of Matt Harmon, and Matt Harmon is angry.
Oh, he's beyond angry, Chuck. I see the rage in his eyes. I see the anger seething through. Oh, this is going to be great. He's going to tear Apocalypse apart.
Matt Harmon with a knife edge chop in the corner to Apocalypse. He can't believe that the Apocalypse kicked out of his patented maneuver.
Well, I can't believe it either. I mean, this is first of all, it's the first time I've ever seen that. And he's fighting back, Chuck.
The Apocalypse fighting back, showing much of that courage, much of that, what do you want to call it, intestinal fortitude, JL.
All right, you don't have to raise your banners and start a fanfare for Apocalypse, okay?
Well, Apocalypse already has his own fans.
What happened to your partiality? Like me!
JL, that's a story for another time, as right now Apocalypse getting the better of that slugfest on Matt Harmon, and an Irish whip to the ropes, and a reversal by Matt Harmon, and he catches Apocalypse in a belly-to-back suplex.
You know, there's nothing but fair and impartial judging from yours truly, JL. And you look over here at Chuck, and Chuck is just blathering on, oh, Apocalypse is great, Apocalypse is this and that, Apocalypse is fantastic. I say they're both equally good. Now, Harmon is better, obviously, but that's just stating an obvious fact.
Well, I was about to say, you say all the same stuff about Matt Harmon. You've been courting him for Empire for quite some time now, JL, as Matt Harmon gets Apocalypse back up, and now he's going for a scissors kick. He misses that one, and now Apocalypse has him in a spine buster.
This is completely uncalled for, Chuck. Maybe I should go down there and help.
Well, Apocalypse has had some trouble getting off the blocks in this match, despite certain flurries of offense that he has had. He's taken Matt Harmon down with that spine buster. He should have went for the pin, however. No, he's headbutting Matt Harmon.
This is uncalled for. He shouldn't be doing that. The ref needs to break that up. He's on the ground. He's helpless.
Well, right now, your referee, I guess he didn't.
I mean Apocalypse. I don't mean Harmon. He's helpless.
I guess the referee didn't see anything illegal.
He was looking right at it, Chuck. He should have called it the way it was.
And now, the Apocalypse has Matt Harmon hooked up in that coup de grace maneuver, and he takes him down here. Referee, wait, Apocalypse, he's had a lot taken out. Wait a minute. Is he going for the pin? He puts his hands on the chest, and he gets a 3 count. We have a new Sudden Impact Television Champion. Once again, your Sudden Impact Television Champion is the Apocalypse, JL.
I think he cheated. He cheated, Chuck, and you know he cheated. There's nothing fair about that. He pulled out brass knucks. He pulled the tights. Got the hair. He did all the things that you shouldn't be doing. Believe me, I know. I'm always told I shouldn't be doing that. But anyway, it's beside the point. He cheated, Chuck.
Refer back to that moonshine from San Antonio for those comments, JL.
I brewed that myself. It's great.
As right now,
it's like old tires.
The Apocalypse's entourage is coming in the ring to celebrate with him. The Apocalypse now a 2-time Sudden Impact Television Champion, and deservedly so. Apocalypse was in trouble for most of this match. Matt Harmon had the advantage for much of this contest, but the Apocalypse, he never gave up whatsoever, JL.
He cheated. You mean he cheated? That's what you mean, Chuck. He cheated.
He won this match fair and square, and you know it, and these fans, they love it, JL.
There's nothing right about a cheater. It's official. It's in the books. Let me mark that down. Apocalypse, cheater. Right there, Chuck.
Nonetheless, the Apocalypse, your new Sudden Impact Television Champion.
I'm going to the board of directors and see if I can get that reversed, because that was. I got the replay right here, Chuck. We're looking at it. I'll play it back for him. He cheated.
As we sign off this week on Sudden Impact.
I don't think it's right. You want to sign right off. And he obviously cheated. There's no two ways about it. The cheating just never stops here, Chuck.
Shut up, JR!
It's JL and you know it! This is not right. This is the downfall of humanity. This is the utter lowest of the low. It's nothing but sheer chaos, Chuck. The winner here should be Matt Harmon. I think this needs to be overturned right now, Chuck. Right now, I'm going right to the bosses and making this right, because this is a travesty of justice.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out, JL, as we sign off this week.
No, you'll sign off when I say we're going to sign off, Chuck. And that's what I say. When I say that the belt needs to go right back to Matt Harmon. That championship is his. It's right. What are they doing?
Wait just once, what? Why are the cameras still with us here? This match is over indeed, but what are they doing with Matt Harmon?
This is blatantly wrong. The man is unconscious. The man has no way to defend himself. This is not right. There's no two ways about it. This is far and above the way it should be. This is not a wrestling match, Chuck. This borders on assault.
Wait just 1 second. Are they taking him over to that casket? They just laid him down on that casket, JL!
See? That's what I'm saying. This is wrong. We should get the authorities out here right now. We should put this right back in its place. This needs to be addressed. I need to go to the board right now and make sure that this is never repeated again. That belt is Harmon's. This is a blatant assault. The Apocalypse needs to be suspended post-haste.
JL, you don't have the authority to do that, as right now we celebrate the beginning of a new reign for the Apocalypse, your Sudden Impact Television champion.
I would tell you that was a great match, but I don't think I was involved in it, so I'd be lying. Tune in next week for another episode of Sudden Impact.